All right, today I'm going to talk to you about something that most people have heard of, but most people don't quite understand. Probably because most people only sell a few houses in their lifetime. And if you don't know it, or you don't study it, or you don't deal with it every day, obviously you're not going to fully understand it. But real quick, contingencies. What is a contingency? So I'm going to be speaking from a seller's perspective. A contingency is where you accept an offer whenever you're selling your house contingent on that buyer getting their home sold. So it kind of muddies things up a little bit because now you accepted an offer and they still got to sell their offer. So you got to realize there's double the sellers because there's a seller, they're selling and you're selling. There's double the buyers because the buyers buying your house are buying, and then there's buyers buying their house. It's double the realtors because the person buying their house is probably also has a realtor. And it could even be a domino effect. That person could even be contingent. So it could create this whole line of contingencies that just muddies things up. So that's what a contingency is. Whenever you get an offer sent to you as a seller by a buyer that's contingent, the contingency offer there's two forms. One is they're sending you an offer with their house contingent that is currently under contract, and then there's a form that they can send you that is contingent that their house is currently not under contract. So obviously, the one that is under contract is better for you because, and this is questions that your realtor should ask, if it's under contract, have they gone through inspections already? Because most of the time whenever a contract falls through, it's because something came up in inspections. So if that person buying your home that's contingent, they've already been through inspections, that's awesome, great. You typically don't have much to worry about. Has the appraisal already come back on it? If the repairs have been negotiated, like you've already gone through inspections and TRR, have those inspections been completed already? So if yes on all those, then you're probably okay and good to go. If they send you an offer, you're the seller. If a buyer sends you an offer contingent and their house is not under contract, that's whenever you might want to start thinking a little bit. What is their home priced at? You want to get that address and pull up comps. Are they $100,000 overpriced? Is that why their home hasn't sold? Have they been on the market for 6 months? Are you about to accept a contingency offer and their home's never going to sell and you're just going to sit there with them? So those are things that your realtor should be looking at and questions that you should be asking, that your realtor should be asking to help you think about if you want to accept this offer or not. There is something, if you accept an offer that is contingent and their house is not under contract, there's something called a kick-out clause. And that means, so if you do accept that offer as a seller, you can still market your home for sale. Okay? You just cannot accept another contingency offer. So if you have accepted a contingency offer and they don't have their house under contract, so you're still listed your house for sale, if someone comes in, loves your house, they want to make an offer on your house and you're willing to accept that offer, you can accept that offer, and then the kick-out clause comes into play. So you accept that offer, now your buyer has a certain amount of time to drop their contingency to buy your house. Okay, I hope that makes sense. So they can either talk to the lender and say, hey, can we purchase this house without selling a house? And they say, yeah, they can drop their contingency. Or it's usually 24 to 48 hours, or they have that amount of time to get their house sold. Okay, so that in the quickest version that I can is what a contingency is. Obviously, the risk of accepting a contingency is you accept their offer and they never get their home sold. Now, realize you're probably still marketing your home for sale, so it's not like it's the end of the world. It just kind of muddies it up. Like, for instance, what if another buyer who is also contingent wants to buy your house? They can't even send an offer because you already have a contingency accepted. and they have their house listed at a great price and it's probably going to sell in a week or two, well, you can't accept that offer because you already accepted this other contingency. So when accepting a contingency, be mindful, make sure you understand, make sure you ask the right questions of what you're really accepting. I'm not saying don't accept contingencies. I actually have a seller who's just accepted a contingency offer, and the buyer sent the offer, and they asked my seller to take their house off of the market. So they're actually not even still listing their house for sale. They're going to market pending. It's kind of a risk, but you know, we've been on the market for a little bit. They're giving us the price we want, and that house is going to be listed at a really good price. They've already actually turned down 2 offers, and talking to the seller of that house, the buyer of that house that I have listed, if they got that offer again, they would accept it. So my seller, and it's your decision as a seller. Like, my job as a realtor is just to help you make informed decisions, and just educate you through the process. You're the one who ultimately has to make the decisions. So anyway, I hope this clarifies a little bit what a contingency is. If obviously there's a lot more, and there's a lot more specific questions that can be asked, but if you have any questions, reach out to me. You're looking to sell your house, buy a house, you need guidance, call me. I'd love to help you.